Okay, Pat, come on out. That's the 97th home I've shown you, and I am so sick of hauling you around for 6 months.
But I'm so confused.
I know you're confused, but I'm absolutely out. I've had it.
But I have a buyer's agreement.
I don't care. Hi everyone, John Weber here on Hilton Head Island today. It is the end of January 2022. I am in a famous spot here, the site of Fort Walker. There was a famous Civil War battle fought here in 1861, lasted 4.5, 5 hours, and the Confederates held this and the Union were out at sea, and the Union won, and then they came in here and reestablished this. Little history. Anyway, today I'm here to talk about, do I need a buyer's agreement in South Carolina? Which seems to be the big question we get almost every single day. So if you're from another state, you'd like to learn about this, continue watching. This is Low Country Connect. We talk about the lifestyle and the culture of the Low Country. That means Hilton Head Island, Bluffton, Okatee, Beaufort, the whole Low Country. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I am a real estate broker, associate broker with Charter One Realty, and I'm part of the John Weber team. So let's do this. Okay, let's talk about, do I need a buyer's broker agreement when I look for real estate in South Carolina? And we get the question all the time, and it seems that, of course, the public, you might buy 2, 3, 5, 6 homes, maybe 7 in your lifetime. You might be a little bit rusty on some of the different states, have different laws, who represents who. It's all super confusing. I work with a lot of buyers and sellers, and we get basic questions all the time. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to explain this at the beginning of 2022. Lumber futures are going down? Well, how does that affect the $70,000 increase on the house? It doesn't. Well, I'm over here on an island and I can't really do anything about it at the moment, but good to know the futures are coming down. One day prices will go down. First of all, let's talk about the market conditions. That's what's going on now here in the Hilton Head, Bluffton area, and of course around the country. You have a lot of real estate agents getting into the business, right, to get the easy money. Last year nationally, over 40,000 realtors or agents got into the business. It's always a lot of people coming into the real estate business. You have your own hours, you can work from home, you might live in a neighborhood, pick up listings, all that kind of stuff. You get a lot of realtors coming into the business. Down here in this area with all these gated communities, it's complex because we have 150 gated communities, over 100 golf courses. All these places have different association fees, assessments, all kinds of things like that. It's imperative that you find a real estate agent to represent your interest and to listen to you and what you need and what you want and what you're looking for in your dream home. That said, when people come down, they need to sign a buyer's agreement with a realtor. When I say buyer's agreement, think listing agreement, but on the other side. So when you list your home, you know that realtor's looking out for your best interest. And it's the same way with the buyer's agreement. So when you sign a buyer's agreement, let's just say with me, you're really signing it with Charter One Realty, always the brokerage firm. And of course, Charter One Realty is the #1 company in the whole area. You can check that out. But the different parts of a buyer's agreement are the exclusive right to represent the buyer, the term, the purpose, scope, and price range, the compensation, the services of the broker, the responsibility of the buyer. So these are the key components of a buyer's agreement. And the one that we have, the one that we use, is 3 pages long. And I used to say to people, you know, I over-deliver, and I think that, you know, you'll see, I work for you. We're going to get very close in this situation. You're going to tell me what you need. And I really didn't have too many problems with it. But now there's so many agents in the business. I am telling you, you can go out to dinner. You can spend time with an agent, me or whoever, go out to dinner, meet another agent that's going to say something to you and just get you royally confused. Happens all the time. We have the public, people calling us saying, I was with an agent and they didn't know what they were doing, or they didn't know the fees, or we didn't like them for whatever reason. And of course, what's our first question to them? Like all realtors, what their question is, did you sign anything? So in real estate, it's a legal world, and it all depends on what you're going to sign. So let's get into the exclusive right to represent. We're going to represent you in negotiations, finding a home, carrying it a step further, recommend seasoned, good attorneys, great home inspectors, handymen, insurance people, all kinds of things like that. It's a total package with us when we represent our clients. When you come down here, you are part of either you're a customer or you're a client. If you're going to go around and look at houses, models, whatever, you are a customer. You're not a client. And that means nobody represents you. You're just on your own, which is fine. When you walk into developer or builder run businesses like Latitude Margaritaville, Sun City Hilton Head, Palmetto Bluff, K. Hovnanian Builders, I could go on and on. The sales staff, they're representing their boss, which happens to the builder or developer. They're going to be nice to you. They're going to treat you with respect, but they're representing them. When you call up north, when you call down, you see a house that you like on Zillow or Realtor.com, and there's a picture of a realtor there. That realtor, that's their listing. They represent the seller. So you are a person coming down and you're asking them what they think about the house. They love the house, of course. They're representing the seller, and they're trying to get the most money for the seller. So you just need to understand that. That's all there is to it. The term is the next part of the agreement. It could be for a day, it could be for a month, 90 days, 6 months, a year, what have you. It's whatever we put into that agreement. We typically put 6 months into an agreement as a term, okay? From the time that we connect till, you know, we just push it out 6 months. It might take a while to find a home. We're going to be looking, MLS, we're going to be working with you, and it could last 6 months, maybe even longer, but we use 6 months. The purpose, scope, and price. We typically put Beaufort County, Jasper County, those are the two main counties down here, and we'll put a price range in this agreement because that's the scope that you're looking in, and that's what you've told us. So if you're looking for something from $300,000 to $700,000, we're going to put that in there, and we're going to put basically the area, county, community. It could be all the way down into one gated community if we want it to be. The services of the broker. We're going to, the number one thing the agreement says is we're going to negotiate on your behalf. Negotiation's where the money is. If a house is listed at X and you want to offer Y, that's where the money is. So you need somebody experienced in negotiation. You don't need a rookie, somebody learning the business, because it can get a little sticky, especially if you're going up against a seasoned pro. Maybe an expensive home. They've got a really good agent that's got that house listed, and you've got somebody that you might have met on Zillow or wherever. So I'm not really bashing any real estate agent or any real estate companies. It's just like all professionals. You've been to doctors before. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors. So the responsibilities of the buyer is to disclose to us, the broker, your financial capability, exactly what you're looking for. You know, details like that. That's your responsibility to us so we can figure out how to find you property. So let's get to the good stuff, compensation. This is our agreement right here. I used to, as I said, I used to hold this until the very end because if you're going to buy something, you're going to end up signing one of these buyer's agreements anyway. And by then we're pretty close. But, you know, we've just had somebody, part of the team, get burned. And I've been burned too because sometimes people, when they make an offer on a house and it doesn't turn out the way they want in their own mind, they're going to take it out on one person, the agent. They do that. Not everybody, but it happens. So, I mean, I had an agent that did videotaping for a customer. They didn't sign an agreement, a customer, in 5 different houses, advised them what to do. They were out of state, doing FaceTime, doing all of this. And they left town and the agent tried to contact them and said, oh, we bought another house with another agent. I mean, I've been burned too, and that's just not cool. That means they're using 3-4 different realtors to find it's just best just pick one. If you're not happy, tell that agent and just move on. But let's get to the compensation on this whole thing. There is an area there that is bolded in the compensation right here. And it says, any commission received by broker from the listing brokerage company under a cooperating brokerage arrangement from the seller, if there is a listing broker, shall be credited toward the buyer's compensation obligations expressed above. That means, and I show it to clients all the time, I'll show them the listing MLS sheet and I say, do you see that down there? It says 3% is a co-broke arrangement where they're going to pay, the listing side, 3% to the buyer's side, okay? So there is no charge for the buyer. It's being paid in the co-brokerage arrangement. So it can get a little funny if it's going to be a for sale by owner or somebody just stumbles on some house that's not even listed. That's a whole nother ball of wax right there. I am talking about a normal situation with homes in the MLS, which is the way we normally do business down here. It's in the MLS. They're paying a co-brokerage amount, whatever that may be. It is credited. They're paying that to the buying brokerage side. And that is the payment that the buyer is paying, which is nothing. So I had an old crusty guy said to me once, I learned a long time ago, whoever writes the check is paying. Yeah, technically speaking, that's true. So this is our buyer's agreement. And the John Weber team is going to probably this year, because of market conditions with so few inventory and so many agents out there, we're going to meet you, show you around, but I think if we're going to continue on a relationship, we're going to need a buyer's agreement signed. I think that's just a way that we're going to conduct our business in a business relationship, and that's the way we do business, like business. You could go to dinner, spend all day with an agent, not sign this, go to dinner, meet a realtor, oh, I've got the perfect listing, nobody even knows about it. That could be true. It might not be true. It could be the house was off the market because they had to repair the roof, the leaks in the roof, and now it's going to be back on. There's a million different circumstances. But when you're out there running around in an area you do not know or do not understand how it works legally, I would highly suggest getting a solid buyer's agent to help you. If you are unhappy with the services, you just have to say, look, you're not doing the job. I'm not really happy. I don't want to continue this. We can take it. We'll just tear it up. It's no big deal. We're here to help you. And I know in today's world that sounds really weird, but we're actually here trying to help the customer. So we've been selling dream homes I've been doing it for 35 years. So I always take the same stance. I try to give everybody 110%. But I would suggest signing a buyer's agreement. The rest of this 3-page document here is a lot of legalese. But the main thing is the term, the agent, the company, the compensation, which I just read you. It's bolded right here in the agreement. So if that sounds good to you, you can contact me. I will email you this document so you can read it yourself. And we'd love to see you down here in the Low Country, South Carolina. This is where we have buyer's agreement. So it's good to do your homework, but in such a large investment, just find somebody solid that you're comfortable with. We get a lot of complaints from people not being very happy and they want to find a new agent, and it's probably true all over the country. When you have a 82% failure rate, real estate agents in the first 5 years, you're going to have some problems. So anyway, that said, I hope you liked today's video, educational video today, here on the Port Royal Sound here, Hilton Head Island. Come down and see us. I've got a lot of guides down below in this video. You can look down there and contact us. We'll send you the buyer's agreement. And we'd love to find your dream home. So come on down. We will find your dream home with a signed buyer's agreement.